Okay, good day everyone. I'm Teacher Justin and welcome to another Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to talk about finding the nth term of a geometric sequence. The question is, what is a geometric sequence? Alright. Okay, so what is a geometric sequence? Okay, so any term after the first term can be obtained by multiplying the preceding term by a constant. Now, the constant multiplier is called the common ratio. So if you have a list, for example, 1, 4, 16, 64, they have a common ratio. In order for you to get the next term, you will just multiply by 4. For example, we have here 1 times 4, we get 4. 4 times 4, we get 16. And 16 times 4, we get 64. And so on and so forth. Let's have another one. We have 5, 10, 20, and 40, and so on and so forth. Now, in order for us to determine if this is a geometric sequence, they must have a common ratio. So, 5 and 10. So, to get 10, we multiply by 2. From 10 to 20, we multiply by 2, and so on. So our common ratio here is 2. And another example, we have 3, 9, 27, 81. So in this case, okay, our common ratio is by multiplying 3. So 3 times 3, we get 9. 9 times 3, we get 27, and 27 times 3, we get 81. And from there, we can get the next term to the next term and next term. Now, what if we're asked to get the nth number of term in this geometric sequence? What formula are we going to do? Are we going to multiply the common ratio until we reach the n number of terms? No, we will use a formula. So the formula that we're going to use is this formula. X sub n is equal to x sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1, where r is our common ratio. Now, how do we get our common ratio? We use this formula. Okay, the second term divided by the first term. Okay, let's identify the symbols. X sub 1 is our first term. X sub n is our last term of the series. X sub n minus 1 is the term preceding x sub n. And we have r as our common ratio. So we will use this formula in order for us to get the nth term of a geometric sequence. Okay, so let's have some examples. Okay, let's have our first example for today. So find the ninth term of the geometric sequence. 1, 2, 4, 8, and so on. So, we're looking for the ninth term of our sequence. So, since this is a geometric sequence, we're going to use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. And we need to identify the following given. We need to identify our first term, which is 1, our value of n, which is 9, because we're looking for the ninth term of the geometric sequence, and our common ratio, which is r. Now, to get our common ratio, we will divide our second term by our first term. So 2 divided by 1, we will have r is equal to 2. So that will be our common ratio. So let's substitute this to our formula. X sub 9 is equal to 1 times 2 raised to 9 minus 1. Let's simplify our exponent. We will have 9 minus 1, that is 8. So 1 times 2 raised to 8. 2 raised to 8 is 256, and 256 times 1, our ninth term of this geometric sequence is going to be 256. Alright. Okay, let's have another example. So find the 10th term of the geometric sequence 1,500, 250, 125, and so on. So in this case, we're looking for the 10th term of the geometric sequence. So since we're looking for the 10th term of a geometric sequence, we're going to use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So let's identify our given to solve for the 10th term of our geometric sequence. So we will need our first term, which is going to be 1,000. Our number of terms is 10, okay, because we're looking for the 10th term, okay, and the common ratio. So for the common ratio, we're going to divide the second term by the first term. So 500 divided by 1,000, that will give us r is equal to 1/2 or 1/2. Now that we have our first term n and the common ratio, we will substitute all this given to our formula. So we have x sub 10 is equal to 1,000 times 1/2 raised to the power of 10 minus 1. So let's simplify the exponent first. So 10 minus 1, that is equal to 9. So what is 1/2 raised to 9? That will be 1/512. Now 1,000 times 1/512, we can simply cancel out. Okay, we can simply cancel out 1,000 and 512. Simplifying it, we will have 125/64, and that will be the 10th term of our geometric sequence. Alright. Okay, let's have our last example for today. So find the 7th term of the geometric sequence 18, 27, 81/2, 243/4, and so on and so forth. So if you're going to look at it, we have a fraction in our geometric sequence. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So how do we solve this? We're going to use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Now, let's identify our given. We need our first term, which is 18. Our number of terms, which is 7. And our common ratio. So to get our common ratio, second term divided by our first term. So 27 divided by 18. Let's simplify this. It will give us 3/2. So this will be our common ratio. Now, again, it is possible for us to have a fraction that is our common ratio. Okay, let's substitute our first term, common ratio, and the number of terms to our formula. So we will have x sub 7. Okay, x sub 7 is equal to 18 times 3/2 raised to 7 minus 1. Let's simplify our exponent. We will have 18 times 3/2 raised to 6. Now, 3/2 raised to 6 is equivalent to 729/64. Okay, let's multiply that to 18. Now, take note, if you're not fond of dealing with big numbers, try to simplify it. So in this case, I can cancel out 18 and 64. Okay, so their common factor is 2. So they are both divisible by 2. So this will become 9. And this will become 32. Okay, then let's multiply them. We will have our final answer, which is x sub 7 is equal to 6,561/32. So that will be the 7th term of this geometric sequence. Alright, now that you already know how to find the nth term of a geometric sequence, it is your turn to try this. If you need more time in answering this item, you can pause the video, and if you're done answering, Feel free to leave your solution and your final answer to our comment section below. And that's it for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have comments, questions, recommendations, suggestions, please leave them in our comment section below. Share this video and subscribe. And for more videos like this, please go to my channel, Teacher Justin. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace.